It's literally impossible to believe, quote unquote, in science, because belief is only reserved to religious phenomena.
I know.
Right? It's
I
like
know.
you can't really believe, right? You can only believe the proof that is given to you, and that can change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the example that I was giving earlier with smoking and DDT,
Yeah.
that's like the things
Give
can
me my
change,
DDT.
right?
You
And
remember that?
I
Yeah.
think people are lost, JC, right?
Yeah,
I
totally
think people
lost.
are lost in the collectivism, right? That's why I dress like Where's Waldo to help people find themselves and pinpoint and realize that find Waldo, finding Waldo, find that center and find the truth and scrutinize. Don't keep settling. Don't settle. Always keep searching.
That's right.
Just like you keep finding
That's
Waldo.
right. That's right. Like, and the other thing too, I always say to yourself, if you cannot grow emotionally, spiritually, or intellectually unless you can look at the other side of the coin. Okay, so you always have to look to the other side of the on the other side of the road, or the other side of the many perspectives. If you don't, how the hell you can't just take something absolutely from one scientist. If one scientist gives this opinion, I want to hear the other side. I want to hear what the other scientists are saying.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
with and all this other crap that's been going on, this whole the other scientists don't have a right or a voice. Look at what happened to Joe Rogan with Dr. Robert Malone.
Right.
Look what happened to Dr. McDougall. What happened to Dr. Roger Hatkins. All these are major scientists in virology, immunology, the Great Barrington Declaration, all been silenced by corporate media.
Yeah, yeah.
And to me, that's worrisome. That's scientism. As soon as you start like silencing or like hushing the opposition,
Monopoly.
Yeah, when you try to take a monopoly on the science, that's when I know there's something wrong.
Yeah. People usually say believe in science as if it like it's a religion. It's not. You can't believe in science, man.
Like we believe in the almighty Fauci and Theresa Tam. Hallelujah. It seems like they claim themselves to be saints. Did you notice?
Yeah, it's like
saints of science. Like
really?
Really?
People. That's where they see it, right? It's like formal versus informal.
Yeah.
Only certain outlets or certain people are telling the truth. Others are not. No, it's not like that, right?
Yeah.
Anybody can say something, and the truth can be doesn't. Truth doesn't rely on the group, right? Like 99% of people can be wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's like best case, and that's a fallacy unto itself called the bandwagon fallacy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the best example is back in the time of Galileo when everybody thought the Earth was flat.
Yeah, that's right.
They were all wrong. Only one person, Galileo, was right.
Yeah.
What's very interesting about that, eh? Speaking of that, when the church said that they were right, and they were like, oh, sorry, actually we're wrong by outcasting Galileo.
That's right.
When they actually admitted? 1994. So it took the church.
1994.
Yeah, it took the church
Wow.
300-400 years to admit that. I get it why on this side people are like, man, science is religion, right? Because they look at the not the religion itself, but I look at the structure of a church, and they that's what they call most people that reject that, they call
That's
it
right.
organized religion. Right?
Organized religion, yeah.
Nobody's against Jesus.
No.
It's impossible to be against the religion itself because the religion itself is good, right? But it's always used in the wrong hands, right?
That's right.
It's in
That's
the
right.
hands of the state, religion becomes a tool, right?
That's right.
Not in the metaphysic itself, not in the religion in itself, right? If you're religious, it's not a tool; it's a political tool, and that's why Europeans, as a general rule, split church and state, right? Because they realize that as a tool, as a political tool, religion doesn't work anymore. Because let's be honest, that's what it was used, right?
Exactly.
And a lot of times it wasn't used for his beliefs, right? And the kings from Charlemagne to Henry to all these bad boys of Western Europe, right? They used it as it's not just Europeans, all across the world. Religion can be used as a tool, right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. So we want people to understand that we're not against science, we're not against religion, right? But we want for people to make their own choice individually,
That's
and
right.
to understand that there's a difference between the two, and not to put them together, right? Because to political power, it relies on both, even though it's not as strong in Western Europe as it is in Eastern Europe and other countries around the world.
Like I have a statement all the time, and I'll say it all the time, and I'll repeat it. The best communities are powerful individuals that tolerate each other, okay? And then a true leader is a powerful individual that leads powerful individuals. That's it.
Yeah, man.
It's as simple as that. And a powerful individual is a person who has critical thinking thing. A person who can measure their biases. And that's the next episode we're going to talk about biases. That's too, that comes into play a lot with the religion.